Hi guys, it's Sarah from Book Nerds and Fangirls, and today is Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Ginger Reads Lainey, and I'll post the Top 5 Wednesday group down below so you can join it if you want. So this week's topic, I'm excited for. I was excited for all topics in January. Unfortunately, my job search kind of dwindled my making a video, so I didn't have enough time to make top 5 Wednesday videos because I was busy, and now I have a new job, so it's gonna be kind of hard, but I'm gonna try to do it still. But this week's topic is our top 5 disappointing eye candies. So coming in at number 5 is gonna be surprising to some people because if you've been on my channel long enough, you know that I love Rochelle Mead more than anything. Her series have brought me nothing but joy, but this one I am almost done with, and I'm sad to say that I'm gonna give it probably a low rating because it's just okay. So with Rochelle Mead, I have high expectations, and this expectations wasn't met. So number 5 on my list is Soundless by Rochelle Mead. Now, before I start talking, I didn't hate this book. It's why it's number 5. It's just that for Rochelle Mead, like I said, I have high expectations, and this book was kind of boring to me, which is very sad because it has such an interesting concept, especially the sign language aspect to it, and everyone being deaf in her village. It made for a very interesting story. I just think that if it would have been just a little bit longer, if we had a little bit more character development, I would have liked it better. But right now, I'm only like seriously 3 chapters away from being finished with this, and I can't even bring myself to read it because I am so bored with it. But I will post my review up for that later. But this kind of disappointing. Okay, so coming in at number 4 should be a shock to no one, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it on a lot of top 5 disappointing eye candy lists, and that is Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyer. I don't hate the Twilight series. I don't love it. It's not my favorite, but Breaking Dawn, half of it is so boring. And for a book of this huge, I expect a little bit more action and adventure, and it just wasn't what I expected it to be. And I do love these covers a lot. I still have all my Twilight books. I'm not a twihard. Yes, I have all the movies. Yes, I have all the books. Will I watch them 20,000 times, and will I quote them? No. So yeah, these ones disappointing that, and I'm not the hugest fan of Jacob, so whenever you have half the perspective from Jacob's point of view, I don't like it. So I would have preferred Edward's point of view to Jacob's, but oh well, it's whatever. Okay, so coming in at number 3 is one that people have heard me say a lot, and that is Nightshade by Andrea Cremer. I don't hate the first book, but I freaking hate the second one. The second one was just disappointing. It was annoying. Callie is one of the most annoying protagonists ever besides Zoe from the freaking House of Night series. If I had my covers to those ones, they would be up here too, but they're not really disappointing as some of these are. But this one, I had a lot of expectations. It was, like I said, the first one wasn't bad, but as I continued reading this series, it just got worse, and I can't even bring myself to finish this series. I have the third book, Blood Rose, around here somewhere. Yes, I have it around my house somewhere. I just don't know where it is, nor do I care to actually find it. So this is number 3. And that has a gorgeous cover too. And so does Wolfsbane. Wolfsbane, that was disappointing because they changed the covers, and the hardback edition, the true hardback edition, was so freaking beautiful. That cover was so gorgeous. And then I read it, and I hated it. So second one is a book that I have continuously said I've hated on this channel. It's just the fact that the romance was a little too insta-lovey for me, and I couldn't get into the world whatsoever, and my characters that I liked didn't get enough book time as I would have liked them to. So second one has got to go to The Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. This book is so overhyped, and I don't understand why that is. I can't say how much I don't like Kaoru and Akiba's relationship. I don't get why people ship them whenever he tried to kill her the first time he met her. I mean, come on, that's kind of like, ugh. It's kind of like, I don't get why people like Magnus and Cleo together from the Fallen Kingdom series, because, yeah, I get it somewhat, but at the same time, he killed the first person she loved, and yeah, you could comment saying that was insta-lovey too, but he's been around there for a while, so I don't think it's really insta-lovey if he's been in her dad's guard for a while, so they actually know each other. But this one, they didn't really know each other, and it was annoying, and the romance in this is annoying, and I just didn't like it. So coming up on number 1, this one will shock so many. If you saw my review a week, 3 days or so ago, this book you won't be shocked about. This book, I hated it. It's gonna shock people because so many people love it, and I just think it's overhyped. Maybe that's another reason why I hate it, is that it's so overhyped, and the main character is so annoying, and I'm sorry, people who are Sarah J. Maas fans, but my first book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This book, I've had a lot of problems with it. The cast of characters isn't that bad, but whenever you hate the main character, you just can't get into a book. Selena, to me, whenever I looked in the back of this book, I expected so much more out of this book. I really did. I expected Selena to be a badass and not so many other things. But to me, she was just a pathetic teenage. Well, she wasn't pathetic. She could hold her own, but it's kind of like she was so annoying, and I found her so ungrateful for everything. I also found her really obnoxious at times. Like, she was super obnoxious, and she had nothing to show for it until the last moment. I was actually hoping she would get her ass kicked a little bit. Like, whenever I was reading the fight scene, that was the most entertaining of the parts. You could actually see where I dog her in some of these pages, because I really don't care about this book, and I know so many people do. And this book is down on my last shelf, so it's out of my sight, because every time I see this book, I just think of Selena Saldorian and how she acts and how people say she's badass, and I'm all like, I've read so many books where tons of characters are more badass. You want a true badass? Rose from Vampire Academy. Helene from An Ember in the Ashes. Cleo from freaking Fallen Kingdoms. Even I could, like, everyone compares Mare to an annoying little Pikachu. I enjoyed Mare more than I liked her, and that's sad, considering that so many people have recommended this, so many people like this, and I just don't get it. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. I know I'm probably gonna get a bunch of thumbs down for the number 1, but it's my opinion, and if you want a more detailed reason as to why I hated Selena, I will link my Throne of Glass review down below, as well as the other issues I have with the book, because it's not just Selena that made this book unbearable. So there you guys have it. That was my Top 5 Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you later.